Alrighty, so the voting has started, and we've got something very interesting to talk about as well. But I'm going to be using Nagato's footage here just because I don't have an emulator downloaded with the game installed on it or anything. You have to vote on your phone, unfortunately. You have to be on the mobile version. If I open the game right now and I try to go to the voting thing, it says not available on PC right here. So just know you can't do it on the PC version, which is very annoying. But the big things to note here are there's three tabs basically. I don't know if I can get this perfect where you can actually see it. I'm sure I can somewhere in here. There's three different tabs that you can go to, or actually there's two different main tabs and then three different tabs inside the normal tab. So um, this one right here is the festival tab, and then there's the normal tab. The normal tab actually only has seasonal slash special characters, Seven Catastrophes, and Ragnarok. So there, you can't even vote for like just regular old characters for some reason. Like the old bad characters that everybody seems to vote for every single year with these, like Green Escanor, Blue Demon Melly. Those characters actually can't even be chosen. So I I'm gonna laugh really hard if Netmarble puts them on the banner themselves. But the festival lineup itself is actually really good. If we start from the top here, he scrolls through a little bit. You have the three Mellies here. You have Trader Melly, Lost Vein. You have Assault Mode Melly. You have Light Liz, Goddess Liz. Then you have Estarossa, who's very, very new, of course, so those are really good. He scrolls down a little bit further. You have Deanne, Bon, and Small Wings King, which I don't recommend Small Wings King, or really Bon at this point, that for that matter. Then you have Full Wings King, Infinity Merlin, and Lolly Merlin, and then I think the rest of them are here as well. Okay, so you have Festival Gother, the one Escanor, the one Escanor, Festival Zeldris, and then I'm pretty sure Margaret and Cusack. Yeah, so honestly, out of the lineup for festival characters, I feel like a lot of people are going to end up voting for Trader Melly and Light Liz just because they're light characters. If you need those characters the most, by all means, vote for them because I mean, if nobody votes for them, then they're not going to make it in. But would be really nice to have those, light and dark units in the banner because they're a lot harder to get. I definitely recommend, if you're not going to vote for those two, that you vote for Estarossa. If you haven't, I was gonna, recommend that you vote for Infinity Merlin, but there was just a leak on Discord, and spoiler warning, it's literally a picture of who the banner is going to be of. So if you don't want to see that and you would rather feel hyped on your own, maybe, I don't know, skip ahead or just how to vote. I'm sure you're smart enough to vote for yourself. You can probably just click out of the video. So I just want to give you ample warning. Hey, here it is. So if we scroll over to this tab, we actually have a new Meliodas, and I'm almost positive that this is Trillion Dark Meliodas because of the the little black balls and everything that are swirling around him. I tried to run this through an image translator, and I literally got like nothing out of it. Like it couldn't translate a lot of the text. I'm assuming because a lot of the text is kind of stylized and they use different kinds of fonts and stuff like that. But obviously, I don't know, an image translator is not going to be 100% either way. So it really didn't give me any like useful information here. But yeah, very, very cool, actually. I'm always a big fan of Meliodas, so I like Meliodas. I'm kind of glad that they didn't, rush in and just release, Demon King Meliodas. Even though Demon King Meliodas is super cool, and I'm looking forward to that Melly, I would much rather see a little bit more longevity with the game. So yeah, pretty excited for this one. I can just imagine that these little like swirly ball thingies are gonna be like on his character, and he's gonna like just have that as like a cool like effect that a lot of the newer, more modern festival characters sort of have. Like they have this sort of aura or something going on with their character while they're just idle, and I think that he's a really cool one. So yeah, there it is. I'm gonna stop looking at that now, but yeah, I definitely recommend Estarossa as far as the festival character goes, because with him coming out, it's going to make the demon team really, really strong again, hopefully. I don't know exactly what he does, of course, but, if any new demon characters come out, if he has, good AoE skills, whatever the case may be, he's going to be probably a shoe-in to run with Estarossa, of course. Light Liz, honestly, would probably be a pretty decent option as well, because her passive works with Sins. And yeah, I mean, I don't guess technically you would need to have Trader Meliodas because he's not going to be able to be ran in the same team. But yeah, so if we scroll a little bit further in, we can see the other characters here, the normal selection characters. So the special characters are actually pretty good. You have Ominous Nebula Zeldris, you have both of the Oslo and Honks, which aren't great. You do have, so you get to pick 3 characters out of this, by the way. And I think I'm personally going to pick Lilia, just because I don't have her. She's really one of the only good seasonal characters that actually like is good in like a lot of different game modes. But I don't really think anything out of the Catastrophes tab is going to be worth going for. In Seasonal, I think I'm recommending, I'm going to pick Lilia of Desire. Obviously, if you already have her, you don't need her. Definitely pick something else. It's up to you. It's literally a community vote. If she gets outvoted, oh well for me. Not a big deal. I understand. But further down here, we have this. Well, hold on. He goes back up to it because I've already watched some of the video. Well, okay. He's just looking through at the moment. But he has this right here. So this Blessings of Earth Diane, this is the Summer Diane that came out this year. She is insanely good for Belmoth, or not Belmoth, sorry, OG Demon. She makes it so much more consistent. She was actually on Valenti's banner, and even though, you know, Valenti was not great, I did see a couple of people summon, and a couple of people have definitely pulled her. And she makes it so consistently easy to 3-turn clear OG Demon, and you have to do OG Demon anyway to get materials to level 100 your characters and everything. So I think that she is an insanely solid choice. If you're not going to vote for Lilia, or you just don't want to, you know, get her, whatever the case may be, I definitely urge you to try to get this character. Even if you already have the character, voting for this character will help you guarantee, or not guarantee, but it'll help you try to secure other teammates who have the character as well. Because if both of you have this Summer Diane, you're smooth sailing. Like the OG Demon becomes so much easier. So I definitely recommend you vote for her for sure. She's insanely good at speeding up OG Demon, which you're gonna have to do regardless. I'm gonna use my other vote for Lilia, and then in the Ragnarok section is really the only other good section in here, and you can see once he goes over here, so you have like the standard stuff. I would kind of like to get more copies of Brawler Bond, but I don't think he's really worth going for in all reality. I feel like they do a really good job of adding, you know, a lot of the good Ragnarok characters to banners, but he has a good point that Freyr is a good character that you just need dupes on in general, so having him, you know, higher up, it's not only going to help you in, like, I mean, you use him in OG Demon, you use him, I mean, I've been using him in the Deer, you can use him in the Bird, you kind of want to use him in the Dogs, and the Dogs are ridiculously hard, so having extra copies of him, having him 6/6 and everything, hitting damage caps twice, it's just super, super good. So I think my third vote's going to go for him. So overall, if you're wondering who I'm voting for, it's going to end up being Estarossa probably, and then Freyr, Christmas Lilia, and that Summer Diane, just because they're so good. The fact that we only get to vote for 4 characters total, 1 festival unit and 3 of the normal sort of units, is a little bit weird. I'm assuming this is going to end up being another huge, like, jam-packed banner like they end up doing, where there's like close to 20 SSRs or something in here. So who knows what the other filler stuff that they end up jamming in this thing are going to be, unless they just really want to do a big W for the community and they just don't put that many extra SSRs on it. But yeah, I really can't see that happening, to be honest. So there's probably going to be a lot of bad stuff on here, probably a lot of stuff that's not worth getting, but yeah, at least we have some sort of vote on what kind of characters you can vote for. So definitely let me know what your thoughts and opinions of the characters are, and which ones you're going to be personally voting for, because I definitely think that, you know, there's not a ton of, like, terrible units in here. Like, obviously, like, Halloween Diane's pretty bad. There are bad characters that you can vote for, of course, but you'd have to go out of your way to vote for bad characters, I think. So I don't know. Hopefully the trolls won't win this year, but it is what it is. Honestly, it's not like the biggest deal in the world either way. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on the new festival character that got leaked, and yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one.